Hello, fellow terrestrials, and welcome to another reading, another prediction, this time for the month of June. My name is Flori, and this is Sophie Tarot. We're going to take a look into your upcoming month of June to see what things we should be ready for. What things is this month going to be good for? What energies are mostly vibing for us during the month of June? But before we begin with this reading, do not forget to subscribe for weekly readings and also mystery videos. You can take a look at my channel. I also do meditations for manifesting and law of attraction. You can take a look over here if that is something that you're into. I'm going to be talking a lot about that in this channel, so do go and take a look. Give this video a like to support my new and growing channel, and you can also follow me in my social media. Now, without further ado, let's get right into the video. So as usual, I'm going to give you guys some time to choose the crystal that you feel mostly pulled towards. Is it going to be this Lemurian quartz over here, or the black tourmaline? We have the Hiddenite over here, this beautiful blue color that I really love, and the Aragonite, a really interesting and fascinating crystal over here. So now I'm going to give you some time to choose. Just take a deep breath and really go with your intuition. That is the best way for you to get the message that you really intended to hear today. So again, close your eyes, take a deep breath. Now that you got your crystal, I'm going to put timestamps down below in the description so that you can skip forward to your reading. Welcome, group number 1, to your reading. You have chosen this beautiful Lemurian quartz over here. So this is going to be your reading for the month of June. We're just going to take a look at what things we need to pay attention to, what things are mostly bound to come across your path during the month of June. So we're just going to take a look over here. What is coming up for you? So the very first card that I see, the 5 of Cups. Group number 1, I feel like you might be feeling disappointed the month of May in some way or another. It looks like the 5 of Cups is basically dragging some kind of disappointment or feeling regret mostly. I see that you regret something. I think there's some situation in your life that you have been regretting, either the outcome or either not doing it or either doing it. I see some kind of regret. Okay, so like group number 1, it looks like you're regretting something. And this is something I feel that you're dragging over to the next month. So basically the month of June. So with this regret that you have here during the month of June, what I can tell you is that this month you need to get over this regret. So last month, maybe you have been doing or taking actions that didn't really come out as you intended. But this month, it's all about working towards getting over that regret, letting go of the feeling that you could have done better at something. This month is just going to be of major importance that you work on that, on yourself, but on that, mostly on that, on this feeling. For some of you, not for all of you, but most of you. Like most important this month, it will be that you really try and work on that regret that you see, we see over there. Oh my goodness, we just got the Devil. So you guys don't be scared about this card. This card looks really, really creepy and really scary, but it really isn't. Like, you know, it kind of helps me to interpret this card as well a little bit. The Devil here is all about letting go of toxicity and toxic traits or things that are not done with a good heart. Or the Devil might be manipulating someone. Either you manipulating someone or someone manipulating you for a certain outcome. Also, the Devil really has to do with bad habits that we have. For example, drinking too much, smoking too much, eating too much junk food, you know, all of these things. In this case, it might also be really connected to thoughts. As we said here with the 5 of Cups, it looks like you guys, some of you might be really regretting something and carrying this regret through the month. With the Devil attached to the 5 of Cups, or coming right after the 5 of Cups, it's like, I feel like it has to do with letting go of certain traits, of certain patterns of thought, in this case with the 5 of Cups, that might not be necessary for you right now. Basically releasing some patterns of thought that you might be having, some type of thoughts that might be really negative about yourself or about what you can achieve in life or what you have been achieving, you know, like reducing yourself to something that you aren't. And we have been talking about this. We have been talking about thoughts and how they actually affect us in a way. So this month you will have to pay attention to these thoughts that you are having and to work on getting over these, overcoming those thoughts that are not helping you, letting go of this regret that you might be feeling for that situation that you have been living. Now, with the Hanged One, we have the Hanged One over here, and the Hanged One the correct way up. So I feel that the month of June for most of you is going to be being in a situation that you not necessarily love being in, but you're just there because you're comfortable. With this card, I feel like some of you guys might be people pleasers, which is really common. So many of us are people pleasers, so don't feel bad about that if you consider yourself a people pleaser. I do see for some of you guys that this month you might be just following the flow of things, although you might feel like, hey, actually, I do not want things to go this way. Like, this is not how I want things to go. But you just follow the flow because you can't change that situation, or because you just like, you give up. If you feel like this month is going basically this way, you're just people pleasing, you're just not going the extra mile, that might also be because you are not able to get rid of these thoughts. Sometimes thoughts really drag us down. It's like we're talking badly about ourselves in our head, and like that really affects us and the context in which we are in. So it might be complicated for us to do things for ourselves when we are just really drained, you know? It's as if we have no battery at all, like we have no energy at all. Like, how on earth are we going to be able to change any situation if we have no energy? So group number 1, the very first thing that I feel for you for this month is that you really do have to work on releasing all these negativity, like all this talking negatively about yourself in your mind, or just negative thoughts in general. It is all about releasing these thoughts, releasing these patterns, maybe bad habits. If you feel that you have been eating way too much junk food and not exercising it at all, then maybe this is your sign for you to do it this month. This is the month in which we see the energies actually are there for us to change that and just stop going with the flow. I feel like this Hanged One over here might also talk about being in autopilot mode, because for some of us, it's like we're just on auto. We don't have much of a saying in our lives. We're just doing what we need to do to get through the day. And we're not really doing what our souls are craving to do the most, like following our passions or doing what we love most. This is also the Hanged One. It's that person in autopilot and just going through the day without really saying, okay, I know I should be sitting down and getting the heck out of this job because I want to change my reality, but I'm not doing it because I'm comfortable, because I don't feel I have the energy, because I'm too drained. My mind is like so completely full of negative thoughts that I'm not going to make it, that, you know, we just drag us down. So this month, group number 1, make the difference. You do have what it takes. For those of you who know that you need to change these patterns, this month is perfect for you to start changing these patterns. Do not ignore this if you really identified yourself with this. And now the Moon, group number 1. The Moon talks all about all of these things and dreams and our objectives in life and what we want to achieve. And it's like the universe is like trying to open our eyes and tell us, you are that person who used to have all of these dreams and these goals, or who has all of these dreams and goals. It comes up over here in this reading to remind us that they are still there, that we are not this, we are not these thoughts, and we shouldn't be in autopilot. We shouldn't be like just following the flow without wanting to change anything. So the moon, yeah, it is our unconscious, it is our intuition, what we actually know that we want to follow, you know? But at the same time, the moon really is a tricky one in a way, because the moon also brings about all of our fears, all of our anxiety. We know deep down inside that we can make and we can achieve whatever we want in life. But the moon kind of blurs that as well, because of our fears, because of our anxiety, because of all of these things that questioning ourselves before we start anything in life. When we're standing at a major life question, like for example, when we're standing in front of two paths and we're about to begin a new path, the moon comes up as our fears, as our anxiety, as all of these things that might pull us down. If you take a look here, the moon looks like there's something coming from the water. It's like the girls are so into their own minds, like into their own illusions. Now the moon comes up as all of our deepest fears and anxiety. And I feel like this month it is going to be crucial for you, group number 1, to really validate all of these thoughts, okay? If you start feeling anxious, if you start feeling all of these fears that might come up, whenever you feel like you need to start this change, you need to cancel these thoughts, you need to stop your autopilot mode. Obviously, it's like the universe is telling us, hey, hang up. This is going to start coming up the moment you start walking that path of healing, the healing journey. The moment you decide, okay, I need to do things differently. It's like, it's so common, it's so human of us to start saying things to ourselves like, hey, I'm not gonna make it. And this is when this card comes up, the moon. It's like you see the girls are like fully committed, they're like just really illusioned looking at the moon, and then down from here from the lake you see like this black thing coming out. It looks like all of their deepest fears and anxieties and all of these things that hunt us basically in our heads start to creep out. So don't be scared. This is just normal human behavior. I feel like the universe with this card is just warning you that whatever fear could come up during this process for you is more than normal, and you should just validate it. You should validate it and not fear it, okay? But also you have to be really careful, because the moon talks about deceiving, feeling deceived or being deceived. It talks about betrayal as well. Maybe it's as if we don't really know what's happening and maybe something is happening behind our backs. So just beware, because for some of us, it might be that this card means deceiving or betrayal ahead. So really try to take care of yourself this month, group number 1. I'm gonna get an additional card for you. We're gonna get an angel message for you, group number 1. Oh, there we go. And the message says no. So either if you were thinking about something specific, or if you were talking about something about what we said here before during this reading, the angels are like, no. The angels are like really not approving what's going on. And it might be because of these feelings that we were talking about, all of these negative self-talk, all of this not being able to release these regrets that we're feeling, not being able to release these bad habits. The spirits really are trying to put a foot down and say, we need to stop. We need to stop it. Okay, so no, that's the message that's coming out from the oracle. And we're gonna get one more card with the Moonology oracle over here. Okay, we got something that flew up. So the card says meditate and contemplate. Meditate and contemplate. For the meditate and contemplate card, it looks as if this month is going to be a month of reflection for you. So group number 1, this month is really all about going within. It's all about really contemplating and reflecting about how we see ourselves, how we see life. I feel like it's really important for you this month to start working on that negative self-talk that we were talking about, trying to release all of these traumas. I mean, this is not something that we do in one day, obviously, but if you start feeling that all of these fears and anxieties start to creep out while you're trying to heal and you're trying to do things better. Maybe try finding ways in which you can work on yourself. So just as the oracle says over here, maybe meditation might be a way. But also, I don't know if you've ever thought about therapy. If you feel that that might help you, you can also go ahead and try it. I mean, therapy, like going to therapy and like just having someone to talk to, even if it's not therapy, maybe it's just a friend, you know, you can find someone to talk to and like start reflecting about things in your life. That would really help you to start analyzing in which way you can change certain things about your life. So yeah, as I see, it really looks like it's a very reflecting month for you. It's a month in which might find yourself many times just sitting and thinking about things and thinking about why some things might bring you pain, why some things might condition you in a way, and why you allow them to condition you. It might be hard for some of you to let go of these toxic traits that you have or bad habits that you have, but really take a look into your life and see what these things could be. What type of bad trait could that be that is coming up in this reading this month? And with that, we finished the prediction for June 2024. I hope you guys really liked the reading, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment down below, like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Hello group number 2, and welcome to your prediction for the month of June. This is the crystal that you've chosen, this black tourmaline over here, and we're going to take a look at what things are worth paying attention to this month of June for you guys. So let's get a couple of tarot cards around your month of June. See what things are mostly coming up, mostly showing up in your surroundings this month. Okay, we got a couple cards here. Let's see. Oh, it looks like, okay, so I see you're quite giving this month. I see you're quite giving, and I also see with the 9 of Wands, okay, so I feel like it's going to be more of like a love reading for some of you, for most of you. With the 9 of Wands, I do see that some of you might be really getting tired of a situation. In the month of June, you might start feeling it. It's time to let that feeling go. It's like you're getting really tired of that, of some type of feeling that you're feeling. So I feel the tiredness. I feel you see this person is completely tired. They're holding on to the wand and they're like, okay, it's time to let go. It's like, I really want to get let go. I can't keep holding on. It's really annoying at this time, you know? But what happens? The person's still holding on. The person's still standing tall over there and still holding on to the last wand over there. As I see, the card came upside down, which means you guys are slowly getting tired about a situation that you're still holding on to that you should have long ago let go of. Now with the 6 of Pentacles, it's like some kind of confirmation for some of you. It might be that you feel that in a certain situation in your life. I mean, I said it might be a love reading mostly because of these 2 cards, but it can also be reflected onto another situation in your life. So with the 6 of Pentacles, it looks like you have been giving way more than you feel that you have been receiving. And that might be the reason why you're getting tired of holding on to this. So during the month of June, I feel like it's time for you to realize that what you have been giving, what you have been doing, the things that you have been showing, or, you know, the way in which you have been acting towards a certain person or towards a certain situation, be it at school, be it at work, be it in a relationship. There's more from your side than you are receiving. So basically you are starting to get tired. And obviously it is tiring because at a certain point you're like, okay, where's my part? Like if I give, I would like to receive. So if you're not seeing anything coming back to you, then what is the point to keep holding on to this last wand? It's like we're about to fall. Why am I still holding on to this? So this might be in any context in your life. As I said, I mean, I really had the feeling that for some of you, for most of you, it might have to do with love. Or with someone, you know, it doesn't have to be like a very long relationship. It can be someone that you're starting to get to know, you know, like a very new relationship in your life. So let's get more confirmation. The Chariot, yeah. Oh god, more confirmation, you guys. It's like you're this determined person, and I see this as a trait that you have. you're this chariot, you're this really determined person. Your values and your beliefs, your core beliefs, it's like, okay, if I'm gonna do something about a situation, if I want to get somewhere, I want to do this right. I want to go ahead, like I want to go all in and really I'm gonna jump all the obstacles that are on the way. I feel like you're really driven when it comes to when you put something in your mind, when you set something in your mind as a goal, you're gonna make it, you're gonna get there. Giving all that we have is priority number one for us to achieve that goal. Obviously, this is a collective reading, so you might not feel really identified with this trait, but some of you, I do feel that you are this chariot. And the fact that I see that this chariot is actually upside down talks about, again, being quite tired or tending to stop more than be driven for motivation. It's like this drive and this motivation, yeah, it used to be there, but not anymore. It's like it's decreasing. Like your motivation is decreasing and your drive is decreasing. Although this is one of your core traits in you, that is who you are. In this certain situation, it started to reduce. It's like you cannot sustain a feeling, or you cannot sustain it for such a long time, because it's been some time now. So I do see there's beginning to be some kind of disappointment, might be. It can be just tired of something, motivation decreasing. You feel you're giving more than you're receiving. So we get like a lot of messages here that I feel that you have been carrying for some months now. It's not something that's coming up in the month of June, something that might have been going on for some time. Okay, just got a card over here. And the 10 of Cups. You guys really do have all what it takes for you to turn this around, and you know this. Obviously you do. But it's as if this whole situation is taking all of your energy. This situation is really tiring you out. The 10 of Cups, it's all we want, all the happiness that we want. And the happiness is kind of blocked at the moment because this is really consuming you. So you cannot put focus onto working on your own happiness this month so easily until you cut this situation out of your life. And this is your main task for the month of June. Group number 2. You need to unblock this 10 of Cups here. It doesn't make any sense for you to keep dragging yourself down, for you to consuming all your motivation for this situation that's going on here, when you know the situation is just draining you. If it's the job that's draining you and you know you're like it's the last straw for you, maybe this is the month in which you need to unblock the chariot that you really are and start going for it, and really start to look for another job. Take a look at how you can make it possible to get out of that situation. If you feel like, okay, it's not the time for me to let go of this job because I wouldn't have any money if I did, for example, then maybe you can start looking. I mean, you are the determined person that really finds answers and really finds solutions to any problem. You are, and you should believe in yourself. So for example, if you could find anyone that could support you for a few months until you find a job, if you could move in with someone else so you can cut your bills a little bit, whatever it might be, if it's a relationship that's really causing all this trouble, how can you cut this relationship out of your life? If it's a family relationship, for example, which might be the case, is there anywhere you can go for some time? Is there anyone you can move with? So these type of things, finding solutions for the problem. If this problem is really consuming you completely, then why are you still there? So this month, group number 2, is the month in which it really has all the energy and all the potential for you to start looking for answers, for all the answers to turn this around. Now we're going to get a message from your angels, from your spirit guides, and we're going to see what they say about this situation, if they send us any type of confirmation about this. So, and we got 2 cards. We got 2 cards over here. You got the communicate clearly and in the near future. So yes, it is indeed a confirmation from your spirit guides because it says in the near future. I do feel that they're saying, yes, you will be able to change this for good and forever. You're going to change the situation in the near future. It's coming. So yes, it is a confirmation from your spirit guides, and it says communicate clearly. So a second message for you over there. And I feel this really has to do with unblocking what we were talking about. If you're not happy about something, then you have to tell whoever, you have to communicate it. Either out there to the universe, just put it out there to the universe. If this is a problem that really just involves yourself, okay. If it's just yourself, then put it out there to the universe. Maybe sit down and start writing down why you feel that this is consuming you so much and what you can do, what steps you can take in order to change the situation. But I do know that for most of you guys, this whole situation has to do with someone, like a physical human being. Communicate. You need to tell them. You need to really go out there, have the courage, and put the problem on the table and talk about it. If you don't feel like you want to talk to that person in question, okay, then sit down and talk to someone else about it. But you have to communicate, and you do have to do it clearly, okay? So obviously these things that drain us and that might really drag us down and drain us so much usually take away all of our energy, as obviously draining means. And that's why we might not think clearly when we are talking, but really try and make an effort for you to communicate clearly in this case when it comes to the situation that you're going through. And we're gonna get one last message with the Moonology oracle over here, and we got 2 cards again. So it says work through your fears. Work through your fears. And it says you and your loved ones are safe. Okay, so this might just be a confirmation from your spirit guides if this is what you wanted to hear. You and your loved ones are okay. And again, this one, work through your fears. Work through your fears. Maybe you are scared of committing with yourself and saying, okay, I want to change this situation. I don't know how to do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to find a solution to this. Your spirit guides and the universe are basically confirming this and telling you, you have to work through your fears. Yes, sometimes things are scary, look scary, might feel scary, but it doesn't matter. And obviously change is scary, and this is something we cannot change. This is something that is just normal thing. I mean, change is usually scary, so work through your fears. Really try to clear your minds and think about why you're doing this, why you feel this is important. And then you realize, okay, it makes no sense to be scared about the situation because I really want to change it, or I know this is just for the best. So, and that finishes the reading for the month of June, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it and that you can take something from the reading. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and comment down below. You can subscribe for more readings like this, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye bye. Hello, group number 3, and welcome to your prediction for the month of June. We are going to be taking a look into this next month that's coming up for us. And you chose this beautiful hiddenite stone over here that we are going to just leave over here so that we can start getting some cards for you. So we're going to see what things are coming up. Okay, there's 2 cards that just came directly up. And I see, oh god, okay, you guys. So very first card that came out of the pile is the 9 of Swords. I see that you guys, some of you, most of you, are really worried about something in particular, or just being worried in general, or just feeling really anxious lately. Just something that's not allowing you to sleep well at night. Maybe some of you might not really be sleeping well. So the 9 of Swords, as you see, are basically all of our thoughts, all of our fears, anxiety, all of these things that come up when we're trying to focus on something else, and like suddenly this feeling comes up again. So some of you might not really be going through the best of times mentally. I do see this with the 9 of Swords here. But we got the Empress, and the Empress is a beautiful card. I feel like for most of you, there might be a feminine figure coming up in the month of June. A very supported feminine figure coming up. Someone maybe that you might be really depending on, or someone who's just there to support you and makes a big difference for you this month. Just a little info over there. But I mean, I do feel, even though you might be going through a complicated time for whatever reason, The Empress is a very beautiful card, and it talks about abundance, and it talks about fertility as well. It talks about really feeling yourself. So this might really be going on to a mental level, to a deeper level, like inner level, but not be really being shown in the outside, okay? Because I see you actually from the outside as a very radiant person. It's like you really radiate a lot of positivity. This might be something that comes up unconsciously and you cannot really repress, but you are actually a very positive person, someone who's very optimistic and really believes that in all of this law of attraction, and how when we think about something we really attract it, and whatever we want we create. I do see that in you, but I also do see this side, and this side, as I said, it might be unconscious for some of you, it might also be very conscious for some other of you. So let's get more confirmations. Okay, the Four of Swords and the World upside down. So with the Four of Swords, this might be like a double confirmation. You guys really need to rest. So I feel like this month is just going to be all about finding the times for you to start cleaning your mind in a way. Also taking more free time if you have been working your ass off. If you have been studying a lot, for example, you need some pause, like you need some break. With the Four of Swords, like it's very clear for you guys that you really need to take a break. So it might be really appropriate for you this month to try and rest up. Give your body a rest. Give your body a break. Take a deep breath. Maybe start taking more gratefulness days, more gratefulness moments every day. And just taking a pause, just a small break, even if it's 5 minutes a day, to take a deep breath and just be grateful about whatever and everything that you have in your environment, everything that you have in your context. You need to start working on these pauses, because yes, it is possible. We can all do it. We can all take 2 minutes every day and just take 5 deep breaths and say whatever we're grateful about, and just realizing that we are really very blessed. It might be complicated for us to realize that we have all that it takes for us to do that, for us to take those 5 minutes and do it. The World over here is a very interesting card, because in reality the World really talks about completing major stages in our lives. So the World as a major arcana really talks about all of these things, or well, basically the things that we have as major goals in our life, things that we really want to complete during our lifetimes, to feel proud, to feel blessed, to feel happy, and to be 100% us. So the World in upside down in this case, I feel like this blockage, I mean, it's not really a blockage, but usually when cards are upside down, it looks like it's not really that this main stage of your life is coming to a competition and you feel, okay, now I'm complete. It's like you're trying to seek personal closure. There's something that you need, and that is to find some personal closure about a certain thing. So this is the reason why you might be having all of these rushed thoughts and all of these things that are haunting you overnight, that you might not be resting correctly, that it might be complicated for you to take a break and rest up. You might be so tired, so exhausted, both to a mental and to a physical level. And one of the reasons that's coming up here is, well, you guys really need to find this personal closure that you're really craving. This might also mean with the World over there upside down, that you guys know that what you really desired is really taking a lot of time. It's like a major delay, you know? You feel that you're not really getting ahead in life with certain things that are really important for you, and you're seeing a lot of delays, and this is causing you all of these thoughts and all these negative things that you are experiencing or might be experiencing, either to a conscious or to an unconscious level. Even if it's unconscious, and I must say, even if these thoughts are unconscious, they do affect us. Whatever we have in our brain, it affects us one way or another. It really does affect. So that's the reason why we need this rest. Try to find also, I mean, not just 5 minutes a day. I would say you really need to take a break. Try to sleep better. I feel for some of you, this might mean you're not sleeping well. You really need to take some naps. You really need to sleep at least 8 hours for a couple of days so that you can start allowing for your brain process, for your head to work correctly again. For some of you guys, you're really tired mentally. So the world, as I said, it might be this you seeking this personal closure, you wanting to achieve all these things, but like, you know, there's such a delay. Why am I not getting there? Why am I not getting where I want to get? You start to feel guilty about that. And yeah, all these thoughts come up. So this month, as I said, group number 3, it's really all about taking a break, taking deep breath, and finding moments to heal and to rest up, as I said. Trying to get rid of these thoughts, even if they're unconscious, because I was making a lot of emphasis on all of these 3 cards, but don't forget the Empress. I mean, you guys, this is the most important card, one of the most important cards of this reading. You are this Empress. You are that figure. As I said, yes, there might be another feminine figure for you this month coming up, which is really important. But you're still this person that's totally abundant. This really does radiate all of this energy, and that you know exactly where you want to go. Now, if we get another message from the angels to see if they can confirm this, what they say, what they want to say. Okay, there we go. Let's see. It says trust. The card that came out for you from the angels is to trust. Trust in yourself, trust the process, but mostly trust in yourself. And also trust in your spirit guides, in your higher self, in your ancestors. They are also there and they also have your back. This card is really clear for me. You really don't have to fear anything, because if you want it this month of June, you can really turn all of these around. You can really do. You just have to trust. One last message from the Moonology Oracle for you guys. Okay. So we got this card over here and it says, you're good enough. You are good enough. And this is totally true. And even if, and I feel like this card came up because it really needed to come up. Because of these thoughts that you might be having in your head, you are good enough, and this is all that matters. And you know you are this Empress deep down inside. You're this sugar mama, you know. You're this Empress that really can get over anything, can get through anything, and you can make your own life. You can create your own reality, but you just sometimes forget that you are good enough for anything that you might want in your life. So just a little message that I would like you to take with you during the month of June. And that was it for this reading, you guys, and I really hope that you liked it and it helps, that it resonates with you. If you like this video, don't forget to like and leave a comment down below. Subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Hello group number 4, and welcome to your reading of this prediction of your month of June 2024. You have chosen this beautiful aragonite over here, and we're going to place it just over here to see what things we need to pay attention to during the month of June. So let's take a look here with the tarot cards, what things are coming up, what we need to pay attention to. First one already over there. Okay, let's first take a look at these two. And you guys, what I see here with the 4 of Pentacles, and we have a lot of Pentacles, I must say. So you got the 4 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. I feel that you guys are really having some thoughts about financial side of things, but it might also be related to a certain relationship. So either relationship or finances. I do see that coming up here. It's really interesting because the 4 of Pentacles, it basically talks about being really controlling. Someone, as you can see over here, someone who can't really let go of a certain person, for example, or of money in particular. It's like you don't want to spend. It's as if you are thinking 100 times before you spend money. Like you're really worried about spending money or saving money, you know. So one thing that I see, either being controlling in a certain situation, or really feeling that money, finances really have to be taken care of. I hear there's a lot of people, there's a lot of you guys who, well, this is coming from the side of relationships. Someone who's really, well, it can be greedy in a way, can be overprotective. Someone who's really overprotective about someone or something. So with the Four of Pentacles, you might want to be careful with that you are not really being very overprotective with someone else during the month of June. So that's the first thing I see. Being overprotective, being really obsessed with saving up, mostly saving up money. With the Ace of Pentacles, I see that for some of you, there might be a new opportunity coming up, a new financial opportunity. Mostly Pentacles talk about planning. So with the Ace of Pentacles over there, you guys might be having an opportunity very soon. When it comes to finances, as I said again, it can be a new job, it can be a new proposal that you're going to expect very soon. At the same time, for some of you with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, I feel that it has been complicated for you to keep track of things. You maybe are not a person that really like planning and organizing or looking ahead and making sure that you achieve all of the goals that you have for this upcoming month. It looks like the month of June, it might be a little bit complicated to find that balance, to have the strength to sit down and start planning how you want things to achieve and what you want to achieve. Maybe you are more disorganized the month of June, and I want to find more confirmation about these things, or maybe see what else you might have to think about this month. Tiredness. I see that you're holding on to something that you are not willing to let go of. It's as if you have been holding on to that thing for such a long time. Even if it's an idea, even if it's a person, as we were talking about before, relationships, it looks like you're getting more and more tired of holding on to that certain thing, because you know that it's not really helping. This month of June, it might be that you give up completely on something or someone, or you feel that that is the best choice, basically. If this is something that is not helping you in any way, or even pulling you down, dragging you down, draining you mentally, physically, whatever, then this is exactly the time for you to let that thing go. Or maybe it is that you realized, okay, I am being so overprotective about someone in particular, or I am being just very compulsive about not wanting to spend any money at all, for example, or maybe I'm being way too compulsive about spending money. So the Nine of Wands here might be, okay, you realizing about this and saying it's time for me to change this. I can't keep going on like this. I really have to do something about this. For some of you, might be like, hey, if I continue like this person is gonna go. Like, I'm gonna lose them. Maybe this person doesn't really like the fact that you're like this. So this might be a month of like a couple of realizations that you might have, like this eureka moment, with this Ace of Pentacles being a confirmation over there. And let's take another card just to see what else we have over here. And we got the King of Cups, and I see, you guys, this can be a masculine energy or masculine figure coming up. The King of Cups is also someone who has to do with emotions, someone who manages emotions very, very well, someone who's really good at that. But it can also be someone who's falling in love with you, someone who's being very compassionate, who has compassion towards you. But I also have the feeling that you guys might be finding emotional balance, emotional stability during the month of June. If your feelings, if your emotions have been all over the place for the last couple of months, this might be the month in which you find that stability. Because the King of Cups, I mean, you guys, this is a great card for stability, and mostly when it comes to emotion. So as I said before, maybe someone, a masculine energy over there coming through, as also important for you during the month of June. But it can also be you yourself balancing your own feelings and really finding that sweet spot, really finding yourself again when it comes to your emotions. Also being really empathic towards other people. That might be the case for some of you guys. If there's anyone that approaches you with any trouble or any problem, you might be a very good listener this month of June. Just really open for giving someone else a hand. We're gonna get an angel card over here to see what messages are coming through from your spirit guides for the month of June. Okay. So we got the big happy changes, you guys. This is such a beautiful card. So there's big happy changes coming up for the month of June. You guys, you really do have all that it takes for you to turn things around completely during this month. As we said, you're probably going to be working on changing some aspects of you. With the Nine of Wands, we talked about this situation that you're really getting tired about. Like, it's really tiring at this point. Just think about how good these changes are going to be. If you are a little bit shied away about what things are going to happen after you start changing the situation, well, the angels are telling you that big happy changes are on their way. So you shouldn't be scared about doing anything, really. They got your back, and that's the most important thing. And we're gonna get yet one more card from the Moonology Oracle. Okay. And it says, be bold and make the first move. Okay. So the angels are encouraging you to take the first step, be it in a certain thing, a certain project, something that you have been really thinking about doing and you're like, oh, I'm not really sure if I should do that. Well, the answer is right here. You guys should do it. Now, if it's about this person over here we were talking about, if there's a relationship in your life at the moment or someone you're starting to get to know, etc., it looks like your angels are really encouraging you to make the first move whenever you feel that you want to talk to them. For example, maybe it has to do with you really taking a first step into doing that thing you have been having in your mind. So again, another confirmation over here that you are the one who should be taking the first move. And with that, we've finished the reading for June 2024. I really hope you guys resonated with this message. If you did, please let me know down in the comments. Also, you can give this video a like and you can subscribe for more of these readings. And until next time, you guys, bye bye.